And tonight's topic is we're going to be talking about Easter. And, the thing is that Christians generally don't know that that Easter is based on pagan holidays. If you've gone out and you've bought eggs and you've colored them, or you've bought, chocolate rabbits or grass and the things like that, you're practicing more paganism than you are religion. And if you don't realize that, hey, you got to notice now. And we're going to start the timer now, and we're going to hash this all out. And so here we go. Timer starts now. Go ahead, Joe or Crystal or whoever.
Well,
go ahead, Joe.
I guess I'll go. From what I've read, they aren't 100% certain where the word Easter came from.
Mm-hmm.
It could be linked to many festivals and holidays from cultures that existed prior to Christianity coming along and co-opting it as their Jesus Resurrection Day. My understanding of Easter is that in pagan times, it was a festival celebrating the arrival of spring and the end of winter. This is why symbols of fertility like bunnies and eggs are used during this time. I also believe that the Romans used to celebrate it as a month-long festival for the goddess Aphrodite during the month of April.
Yep.
That was her month. Like the month of March was the beginning of the Roman calendar, and so Aphrodite, her month came after that, and that was like around the end of winter, the beginning of spring. To many Christian sects, Easter is part of a long multi-week celebration involving Lent and whatnot, all the days that are involved in that. So I can definitely see a carryover there in some of the customs and traditions. But as far as poking, like you were alluding to, that's what this show's all about. Let's poke.
That's right. Definitely. Definitely.
One thing I did learn in reading up about Easter this week is how they determine when Easter will be. Mm-hmm. I used to ask religious people all the time, like, how do they know when Easter's going to be? And they'd all be like, shit. Nobody can tell me. I found out it's the first full moon on a Sunday after the spring equinox.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yes, which is why it changes from year to year. So it's determined astrologically.
Oh, okay. That's why it keeps jumping around. It's not like some of these other holidays that...
I thought there was like a dartboard at the Vatican, and the Pope would come in springtime. He'd be like, "Okay, guys, we know when Easter's going to be."
Yeah.
And even then, there's some kind of little tweaking.
Full moon after the equinox, and the Greeks have always celebrated Easter then.
What's that, Medusa? I'm sorry, I had you cut off for a moment there. I was doing some stuff on that computer.
No, the Pope may have a dartboard. Undoubtedly, he does. But the Greeks don't. And we wait for that full moon. And that's when we have Easter. Easter is on May 5th this Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Right. It varies. There's different calendars, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always different for us. And my experience of Easter was very different. The Greek Easter eggs are all red to mark for fertility, the blood of Christ, but I believe that it goes back to pagan rites where it was the bleeding of the female and the fertility of the fields. So I agree with Joe there that it harkens back to older ceremonies of fertility.
Actually, it does. It actually goes all the way back to Babylonia. That's actually where the coloring of the eggs actually goes back all that way. I mean, so this is long before Christianity ever showed up.
Exactly.
So if you're out there coloring Easter eggs and hiding them or playing with them or putting it in the grass, what's really funny is that if you give these eggs, since the eggs and everything and the bunnies represent fertility, you give this stuff to a child and you're going, "Hey, kiddo, go get laid." Yikes. Crystal, you're saying something down there? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I kind of keyed in Medusa and you're we started all talking at once.
Matter. Sorry, I got taken care of.
All right.
Wait,
no,
Crystal,
go ahead.
Nothing to say?
No, Crystal, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Oh, well, I think it was just really interesting. I agree with everybody else. Then in my research, that's the same thing. It's a matter of kind of a combination of Christian beliefs and the pagan beliefs, and I believe a lot of it has to do with Christians trying to get people anti-paganized and into the church, and making
Definitely.
the coloring of the eggs and stuff, bringing in the stuff that seems maybe a little less innocuous unless you go and research it. Early church did not celebrate a special day,
Right.
especially with the Protestants here in America, until the big immigration of the European Catholics over here.
Right.
Easter was celebrated every Sunday, every day. So it was interesting that well after Civil War was when we decided to put a day to Easter, with it being as it is now.
Yeah, it's the fact is that we're celebrating this as a national holiday, so a lot of places actually close on Easter, which is kind of crazy. I think it's just another day. Just because you attach a holiday to it doesn't mean you should have an extra day off. I mean,
yeah. I saw a guy up in Canada tweet today actually that his local supermarket was closed for Good Friday, and he was upset because he wanted to go grocery shopping.
Yeah. Well, that's another topic.
Exactly. Well, where stores are open on Christmas and Thanksgiving, they're closed on Easter.
Yeah.
It's aggravating. Why Easter? I shake my fists at the heavens.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous.
And there's no answer. There's still no answer.
All right.
Because we're busy hiding our Easter eggs.
To me, my perspective on Easter as a like modern day American, I guess, is that it's a children's holiday.
Yeah, that's what they basically wanted to promote it as.
Yeah, I haven't celebrated it. I'm going to switch my plug here. Hey. I haven't celebrated it really since I was a kid, and Easter candy, it's all for kids. Like it's just to me, it's just something you do with kids.
Yeah.
So
see, there's no candy in Greek Easter, and Greek Easter.
That's because Greek Easter sucks. I'm just kidding, Medusa.
It does suck. It sucks.
Hey, I'd rather celebrate
but Greeks celebrate it.
I'd rather celebrate the pagan. At least you get chocolate and the eggs and the whole 9 yards. With Christianity, all you get is death.
No, you get resurrection too. That's not true.
No, there's no resurrection on that. That's not even associated with that.
We get a red egg and that's it.
Yeah, no, it's all death. You're just celebrating a guy that just supposedly came back. Supposedly came back.
There's a lot of resurrection going on in the book of Mark or Matthew.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's our time. Sorry, Crystal. I didn't mean to cut you off on that, but we're all done now. So sorry about that. Anyway, but yeah, Easter. It's a pagan holiday. If you're out there celebrating it and you think you're, doing it for religious reasons and you're doing all this extra stuff, you're not celebrating religiously. You're celebrating paganly. Welcome to the club. You're going to hell with us.
Yeah.
Poor Crystal. She's moaning.
No, I actually told Packard to go suck one of those Easter eggs. That's what I said.
They're yummy. Well, actually, the dyed ones. Actually, after you dye them, the dye just seeps in there. And it's like, ugh.
I hand paint them.
And I don't want to eat them.
You actually hand paint them?
Nice.
Oh, when I was a kid, we would just put wax on where we want the decorations, and then we just dump it into a bowl full of dye, and then everything would just be multicolored after a while. So
yeah, kind of.
Okay, you want to know Greek Easter?
Sure. Tell us about a Greek Easter.
You need 15 Bermuda onions to dye your eggs red.
Bermuda
onions. Oh, how festive that is.
Oh, my.
Wait, you what?
Yeah.
You painted onions?
You dye them in the water with the Bermuda onions, right?
Yep, that's right.
Wow.
Kind of looks like a muddy red, a muddy brown.
Yep, it's a muddy brown red. It's like terracotta almost.
Wow.
Yeah, and the insides are blown out. Some of them are quite intricate and beautiful to look at with gold crosses on them and hand painted, a lot like the your eggs from the Ukraine.
Really?
Yes. So it is there's no fun in Greek Easter at all. And I
There's
mean
no fun.
No fun for you.
No, you sit around with old people who talk about the Bible in Greek and you can't understand it. No, fun.